VapeHaul. Hey gang, today we got the eGo 1 from Joyetech, courtesy of Sea Vapor, direct from China place. They specialize in a bunch of different brands, direct, genuine products, so they're genuine eGo dealer. They've also given me a coupon code, which I will post down here. It's for 10% off, even though the coupon code makes it sound like it should be for 15. Hey, I don't make the codes. Okay, so in the box here, we have the eGo 1 and the tank. Also comes with a little box under the thing, which has got your USB cable for charging and instructions. And this little baggie of extras includes one extra head, an extra drip tip, and there's also an extra gasket for the heads in there. Interesting is on the box here where it says the stuff you get, which is totally upside down. Right there it says, can't focus. Anyway, it says it has a 0.5 ohm and a 1 ohm head included. When I put these on the meter, it was a 0.9 ohm and a 2 ohm head. So it didn't quite jibe. That's okay though. We'll kind of get into the rest of this in a sec. Okay, so first, overall impressions. It's a nice solid looking device. Everything matches beautifully. At first I thought it was some kind of funky hybrid when I saw pictures on the internet and whatnot. But in fact, it is just 2-part standard 510 connection, which makes sense because that was always kind of Joyetech's thing. This is a 2.5 milliliter tank, I believe. I just looked at this. That's funny. See, it's actually, I'll stand corrected. It is apparently available in different options. So there's a 2.5, which this is, and there's also a smaller one, a 1.8. This comes in 1100 milliamp, and this is the bigger one at twice that one, 200 milliamp. So I guess it makes sense the smaller one would have the smaller tank, so it would have that same unified look. So not the biggest tank. And let me pull out the heads here. I dropped the drip tip once again. I need to cut the glass prepared. So their vertical coil seems to be all the rage these days. Wow, you can see right through the aquarium. That's how big that opening is. Rather tiny though, unlike the dog just stole the drip tip. That's great. Rather a tiny head. I'll get more into that in a minute. Actually, before I hop off, let me see here. Yeah. This one is actually not too bad. You can see there, the holes are also tiny, unlike, say, some of the bigger tanks that deploy this sort of thing, like your Atlanta sub-tank, etc. So, yeah, there's that. Right now, we've got the bigger 2 ohm head in here. I'll kind of explain that in a minute. It's got the bigger drip tip. Okay, so some interesting things how this works. There's no adjustable wattage voltage on this thing anywhere. You just have a micro USB charger and this nifty little slot button. It sticks out a little bit, so I recommend using the 5-click on-off if you're going to put it in your pocket. It actually uses a light can't get the light too good with my spotlight. There we go. So it uses this light here, and it actually indicates the battery. See how it's staying on? That indicates a full charge. And then there's a series of blinks it goes through the remaining charges. I guess I didn't want to just do color coding like Inikin and some others. But anyway, it's a fixed voltage. It dials, I've seen it jump around a little between 3.7 and 3.9 volts. But that actually holds true on anything. So it can actually drive. And I know I didn't get a 0.5 ohm head, but I just grabbed my this will be in another VapeHaul. This is the Sniper tank from Joyetech. This is a 0.5 ohm. And so I put that on there and it drove at the same wattage. I'll just grab, I got my handy dandy Mad Vapes inline low tech voltmeter. So we'll just fire this guy up. Can't read that. I'll read it for you. So 3.8. It's firing 2 ohms at 3.8. And now here, and that's not unusual. 2 ohms, of course, is a pretty low that anything can handle, because that's going to be a fairly low wattage. Like, I don't have a calculator in my head. Like 8 watts, something like that. So this is the 1/2 ohm sniper tank. And okay, it dropped a little, but at 3.7, so you're getting a little bit closer to 30 watt, 25, 30 watts. So that's pretty impressive out of essentially a regulated voltage eGo the next generation. So that's not bad. So here's the funky thing. Since obviously the lower resistance head you put in that tank, the hotter the vape you're going to get. The 2 ohm is actually fine. I like it. It's a fairly mellow vape. It produces good vapor, as I've been showing. Now that wasn't very good, but I'm not trying too hard. I ran the 0.90 in it, and I stopped using it because it would actually taste burnt quite frequently, which is odd. So I guess I need to play with that a little more. But I'm thinking these tanks just, I don't know if I got a bunk head or what. I'm thinking I might have, since the resistance readings are so off from what they're supposed to be. But some quality control issues there, which, I mean, you can use this with another tank. It's fine, but that blows this whole beautiful, unified thing. And this is a really good looking device. It's not too big. So especially, people may be looking to get into sub-ohm and the higher performance stuff without wanting to get involved with it, this is probably not a bad choice. I mean, it's super simple. Nothing fancy to do. It does perform well, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt with that head. So, of course, I'll be typing up the review next week, maybe. I think, next week it'll be out. So keep your eye on stevevape.com. And for now, I'm going to hop off because I've kind of babbled quite a bit. I was going to say something really profound. It would have been amazing, but it's gone. So anyway, this is Steve of Steve K's Vaping World. I'll see you next time.